Our local college basketball teams will battle for championships and a spot in the NCAA tournament this week.
Yeah, it's a big week. The Big Sky tournament in Boise and 3 tournaments in Las Vegas. Well, Vegas, that's where we find Jeremiah Jensen. And JJ, we sent you there because we know you like the buffets.
I like the buffets, and I like a little warmer weather. It's not actually warm here, but it's a lot warmer than Salt Lake. At least we have some sun here in Las Vegas as tournament week gets underway here for a lot of these tournaments. Obviously, the West Coast Conference tournament is done, but there's 2 teams from the state of Utah that played already this afternoon. Southern Utah, the men, beat Idaho State in Boise. They're moving on to the quarterfinals tomorrow. The Utah Valley women lost today to Kansas City in the WAC tournament here in Vegas. Tomorrow, the Utes, the Aggies, and the Wolverines get underway in games on Thursday in their quarterfinals of their tournaments. One of the best players in the state of Utah, some of you may not be aware of him, is Utah Valley guard Jake Toolson. The junior was named the WAC Player of the Year. The road to success hasn't been easy for Jake, though. He's battled anxiety disorder most of his life. After an impressive high school career in Arizona, he didn't live up to the hype at BYU. Well, former BYU assistant Mark Pope, who's now the head coach at Utah Valley, gave him a fresh start with the Wolverines, and now he's finally reaching his potential.
It's really exciting for me, for my family, for everyone that's kind of been there for every step of this journey. You know, there were days where we didn't think, or I didn't think, you know, this was going to continue, and I was ready to just give up. And UVU gave me an opportunity.
He has not had an easy road. He's taken some really tough times and turned them into great things. The most exciting thing about Jake is when he's done with his Utah Valley career, him being the first ever WAC Player of the Year at UVU is probably going to be like the 8th thing on his list of the great accomplishments he's made here.
I'd be lying if I said like I didn't think that I was capable of doing this, and I always believed in myself. So yeah, it's super nice to kind of just look back and see how far I've come.
Shakes it off, says it's no. Utah Valley will take on Kansas City in the quarterfinals tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Utah State Aggies will play New Mexico, who beat Wyoming today. That game also at 7 p.m. tomorrow. And the Utes still waiting for their opponent. A game between Oregon and Washington State takes place tonight. And of course, tonight the Jazz are in Phoenix. Hopefully they can get a win. We'll have highlights of the Jazz game, and we'll also have you up to date on the conference tournament action coming up later at 10. Until then, I'll send it back to you guys in Salt Lake City.
Soak up that warmer weather. JJ, we'll talk to you at 10.